Let's talk about a huge mismatch that's happening right at the core of our being. It's this quiet battle between our ancient biological wiring and the wild modern world we've built. Let's get into it.
You know that feeling, right? Just constantly run down, a little off kilter, not quite yourself. Well, it's not just in your head. It turns out there's a really powerful biological reason for this feeling, and it's ticking away inside every single one of your cells. So the hero of our story today is a system that's literally billions of years in the making, your body's internal clock. And no, that's not a metaphor. It's a real biological timekeeper that evolved to keep us perfectly in sync with the rhythm of our planet.
What we're talking about are your circadian rhythms. The name comes from Latin, circa dies, which just means about a day. I mean, think about it. For 3 or 4 billion years, life on this planet has followed one simple, predictable pattern: bright day, dark night. Our bodies took that pattern and ran with it, creating this amazing internal system to optimize everything we do. And who's the conductor of this whole internal orchestra? Well, it's this tiny little cluster of about 20,000 nerve cells deep in your brain called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or the SCN for short. Just think of it as the master clock that sends out the schedule to all the other little clocks ticking away in your organs and tissues, making sure everybody's on the same page.
So how does this clock actually tick? It's this super elegant feedback loop at the genetic level. In the morning, as you see here, a couple of proteins, get ready for the names, clock and BMAL1, they turn on a bunch of genes. These genes then start making 2 other proteins, PER and CRY, which build up all day long. Then by evening, you've got enough PER and CRY to go back and basically tell the first team, clock and BMAL1, to take a break. Overnight, PER and CRY fade away, and boom, the whole 24-hour cycle is ready to start all over again. It's beautiful, right?
For literally thousands and thousands of years, this system worked perfectly. But then, in just the last century and a half or so, we've created an environment that is basically at war with our ancient biology, and that's where all the trouble begins.
This chart right here really says it all. We evolved for brilliant, bright sunshine during the day and deep, profound darkness at night. Now, we live in dimly lit offices and houses that are flooded with artificial light after sunset. We evolved to eat when we were active during the day, but now we're raiding the fridge late at night. Our ears are tuned to hear a pin drop in the quiet, but now they're bombarded with constant artificial noise.
Okay, let's start with the #1 disruptor, the big one, light. It is the most powerful signal, the main cue that sets our internal clock every single day, and we have completely, totally messed up our relationship with it.
Just look at these numbers, they're kind of wild. Natural daylight can be 100,000 lux or even more. Your typical office, maybe 500 lux. We get way too little light during the day to send that strong, hey, it's daytime signal to our brain. And then at night, even a normal room light can be around 100 lux when our bodies are expecting less than 1. We're basically starving our clocks during the day and confusing the heck out of them at night.
So here's the bottom line. Light at night, especially that blue light from all our screens and bulbs, it tricks our brain into thinking it's still daytime. And when that happens, it slams the brakes on melatonin production. That's the key hormone that basically shouts to the rest of your body, it's dark, time to rest and repair.
But it's not just our eyes that are getting hijacked. Our ears are too. See, even when you're fast asleep, your brain is still on duty, listening and making some really important calls about what sounds to ignore and what sounds to wake you up for.
This quote just nails the challenge your brain faces every single night. It's got to disconnect to do all its important cleaning and memory work, but it can't completely check out. It has to keep a sentinel on guard, listening for potential danger.
So scientists have actually figured out that there's a specific type of sound our brains are hardwired to treat as a high-priority threat. They call it roughness. It's a sound that changes in volume really, really fast, like 40 to 100 times a second. It creates this jarring, unpleasant quality that our brain just cannot ignore.
So what are these rough sounds? Well, think about the most urgent sounds imaginable. The fast changes in a human scream, the piercing wail of an alarm clock, or an infant's cry. These are the acoustic signatures of "pay attention now." Our brain is programmed to put these sounds at the top of the list.
And here's the really crucial part. Even if these sounds aren't loud enough to fully wake you up, they still trigger these little bursts of brain activity called sleep spindles. These tiny disruptions chop up your sleep, making it way less refreshing and restorative, and you probably don't even know it's happening.
Okay, so we've got disrupted light and disrupted sound. This isn't just about feeling a little groggy in the morning. This chronic battle between our internal clock and the outside world, it kicks off a really dangerous domino effect of health problems.
You can just look at night shift workers. They live with the most extreme version of this problem, and the science is clear. They have a way higher risk for all sorts of issues. We're talking metabolic syndrome, type 2 diabetes, obesity, heart disease. The evidence is just overwhelming. When your clock is confused, your body gets sick.
And at the very heart of all these diseases is just hormonal chaos. Hormones that run our metabolism, like insulin for blood sugar, cortisol for stress, and leptin for feeling full, they're meant to be released on a super strict 24-hour schedule. But when our clock gets messed up, they just start firing at all the wrong times. That's what leads to things like insulin resistance and weight gain.
Now, I know this all sounds pretty bleak, but here is the good news, and it's really good news. We have the power to fix this. By making some small, really smart changes, we can get our ancient biology back in sync with our modern lives.
First up, you have to become the master of your light. Get outside for 10 or 15 minutes of bright, natural sunlight as early as you can. It's like a shot of espresso for your master clock. Then, in the evening, dim those lights way down. Maybe use some blue light filtering glasses or apps. And finally, make your bedroom a cave. I'm talking pitch black.
Next, let's get your sound environment under control. The key here is predictability. A constant, steady sound, like white noise, can cover up all those sudden, jarring noises, a car horn, a door slamming, that disturb your sleep. It gives your brain this stable, non-threatening soundscape to latch onto.
And finally, number 3, use your food as a clock. Just like light, when you eat is a powerful signal to your body. Try to keep all your eating within a consistent 8 to 12-hour window during the day. This just reinforces that daytime is for fueling up message to all the clocks in your digestive system.
See? These aren't huge, impossible changes. They're just small adjustments that help you align your daily life with the biological program that's been running the show for millions of years. It's all about giving your body the clear, consistent time cues it's begging for.
So, I'll leave you with this one question to mull over. As you go about your day-to-day and into tonight, just think about the light you're seeing, the sounds you're hearing, when you're eating. Are those signals helping your internal clock keep perfect time, or are they constantly throwing a wrench in the works? The answer might just be the key to feeling better than you have in years. Thanks for tuning in.